Hey y'all, what's up? My name is Sydney. Welcome back to my channel. So today I decided to talk about a subject that I'm asked a lot of questions about actually, and that would be the subject of dating and relationships with a disability. And for me it's really prevalent right now because two of my sorority sisters are getting married this summer. And it's just kind of like that time of year when everybody starts getting engaged and married, and you're just like, oh, really? But yeah, it can get a little bit discouraging if you have a disability because the pics are slim picking. So if you are interested in that, then continue watching the video. If you like it, please like and subscribe. And yeah, I guess without further ado, let's get into the video. So I guess this is gonna end up turning into some kind of rant or like monologue or like epic saga because there's no one answer to this question. Like it just sort of sucks all around. Like it just does. And I'm gonna be real with y'all. I didn't have my first boyfriend until I was 20. And by that, obviously I didn't even have my first kiss until I was 20 either. And so it was a really frustrating time as a teenager because, like, everybody says, oh, I had my first kiss when I was in, like, middle school or, like, elementary school, and you're just kind of in the corner like, I like my dog. And it's just sort of frustrating when people say those things because you really want to fit in, and it seems like the way to do it, and it's not worth the hype. It's not about any of that. Like, you really have to find somebody who is genuinely okay and understanding about your condition, your disability, or whatever it is that you're dealing with, because it's part of who you are. Like, you can't change it. As much as you may want to or not want to, if you're one of those awesome people who embraces yourself like you should be, it's just sort of like, it's always there. And if this person doesn't accept you for who you are, then they're not the right person for you. And you may go through quite a few people before you find the right person, as they say. And, like, that's okay. There's no pressure. I remember when I was in high school, there was so much pressure to get a date to prom and homecoming, and mainly prom, because the whole prom deal is just, oh my gosh, it's such a big event. Like, wow. And part of me really wanted a date. Like, part of me really wanted to have that experience, but part of me also knew that even if I didn't have a date, I was still gonna go. Like, I was still gonna go with my friends. I was gonna have fun because I wanted to go for myself. Because I love getting dressed up. I love going out and doing that kind of thing. And I was not gonna miss it for the world, date or no date. And so, my junior year of high school, I had a date to prom. And that was alright. Like, we were just friends. It was chill. It was whatever. We sort of did our own thing. So that was kind of nice to not have to be responsible for anybody. And then my senior year of high school, I did not have a date. And honestly, for me, that was probably a little bit more fun than having a date, just because I was able to do whatever I wanted. Literally whatever I wanted. Like, I was on nobody else's schedule or wants or needs other than myself. And one night, I was able to just totally cut loose and just totally have a blast and feel like a princess in my own right. And it was just great. And so if you're struggling with that, like, you don't need a date. You don't need a man to complete you. Like, that's basically the whole thing. Like, you should not be looking for a person to complete you. No one can complete you. No one can complete you. Only you can complete you. You should be looking for somebody who complements your life and, like, adds something to it. Like, I never thought that I needed a boyfriend. Like, I wanted one, but I knew that it would be in a way that I wanted somebody that I could invest my time and my energy in, and that would appreciate it, and that I could support him in whatever he was doing, and just be the type of girlfriend, or like even just woman or friend. If you really get down to the basics of it, like, you really have to be friends with somebody to have a relationship with them, because you have to be really close to them, and you have to know who they are, and and what they like to do, and that's like the solid foundation of a friendship. Like, most solid relationships are built from an original friendship. Like, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be friends first or anything like that, or you have to have known the person for like 12 years before you start dating, but just like to know the person and like their integrity and their character, because those are the qualities that are going to get you really through it. And this is especially true like if you have a disability, because like you might have issues that that person needs to understand. And like, I'll give you the example of my ex-boyfriend. Like, he's a really great person. Like, he has had some like crazy situations in his life, and like like, we're still friends, even though we're not dating. Like, I think he and I both would like agree that we're still friends. Like, we still keep in contact. Like, we still cheer each other on in life. Like, we just realized that we were not meant to be together like that. Like, we were just meant to be really close. And because he's gone through some crazy things in his life, and I've gone through some crazy things in my life, like, we just had, I guess, sort of like a deeper connection in that kind of way. And like, it was really easy to talk to him about things. And we were actually friends first. Like, we talked for a very long time before we started dating, and he knew my past. Like, he knew about my disability, and he knew all about all the internal thing. Basically, he knew everything in my last YouTube video without having the YouTube video. Like, he learned it firsthand from me, and like, he took a genuine interest in it. And even though he didn't necessarily understand all the things, like, it meant a lot to me that he took the time and like knew about it, and like acknowledged that he didn't know everything about it, but like that it was an important part of my life. And so when I had times when, like, I remember when even when we were on our first date, like, I had to take these pills for my dumping syndrome, and like this whole thing, and I was like, oh my god, it's so terrible, and something terribly is gonna happen, and it's just gonna be bad. I can just feel it, I can tell. And it did, and he was totally fine with it. He didn't say anything bad or negative about it, and on the inside, I was like dying. I was dead. I was done. But he was totally supportive. Like, he didn't care. He knew that was just a part of it. Like, he wanted to know me as a person, and not a person with a disability. And that really meant a lot to me. And I think, like, he still regards that as me. And I think, in a way, like, he saw my disability as, like, not necessarily an asset, but like, he was able to say, like, wow, you've been through X, Y, and Z, and like, I have a real appreciation for people who have like struggled with things and gone through things. And so I think that that's why that really worked, because I remember thinking at even like 12, I was like, oh, when I'm 13, I'm gonna have my first boyfriend. Like, it's gonna happen. It's gonna be great. And it didn't happen. But like, I waited 20 years to find somebody who would be like, that I liked, and that I felt like I was compatible with, and like, he felt the same. And just that whole list of things that you have to have in order, like, I mean, you have to be like attracted to someone. You have to think that you have like common interests and personalities, and the whole gamut. And I think that that's like what I was really waiting for. And I think that when you have differences like that, like, you really have to focus in on that and try to You really have to be patient. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, please like and subscribe for more videos. Turn on the notification bell to be alerted when I upload new videos. And yeah, again, just subscribe to be part of the fam. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. In a couple of weeks, we're really going to be rolling because it'll be summer. I'll have a lot more time on my hands. And yeah, so make sure you're ready for it because it's coming for you. But thank you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye!